Hi all, Varun here. So in this video, we'll see about how we can display list of records with a selected checkbox in a screen flow. So I have a requirement, I should be able to close all the cases at a time under an account record. So this is my account, and under this account, I have like two cases which need to be closed at a time. So for that, I've created a new button called as close case, which will open a screen flow for me on clicking of it. So if I click on this close case button, a screen flow is appeared, which will show me the list of cases under this account. So if I select this and just click on next, my both the cases will be updated and moved to closed status. So if I click on next here, and you can see my both the cases are moved to closed status. So you can see the status of this case is closed, and also the status of this case is also closed. So let's build it from scratch. The first step is to create a screen flow. To create a screen flow, just click on the settings, go to setup, and search for flows, and click on new flow, and select screen flow here and click on next. Here I'm going to select auto layout. Yes. Okay. So our flow is ready here. So the first step is to get the current record ID. To get the current record ID, we have to create a new resource to store the record ID of the account. For example, we are placing the flow in this button. In Lightning component, we're going to use force colon has record ID, which going to give us the current record ID. In the similar way, we can use this resource called as record ID. Just we have to create a new variable with this name, with this API name called as record ID, which is going to give me the record ID of the current page which is opened. Yes, and make sure it should be text, and also it should be available for input, and just click on done. And to test it, for example, if my record ID is printing in the flow, you can just add a screen here and just print the record ID here itself. So this record ID includes the current record ID which is coming from the account. So currently if we click on this button here, so based on this account ID, we have to get all the cases and display in the list here. Yes, now we are getting the record ID here. So my account record ID will be stored in this variable called as record ID. Now we have to get all the cases. We have to get all the cases under this account, and also make sure we have to add another filter condition. We have to get all the cases which are not yet closed. So I'm going to add a get records activity here. Just click on this plus icon and just select get records, and I'm going to name this as get case records. And for the object, just select a case. Here I'm going to give my condition here. The first condition is where account ID equal to record ID. This record ID will be coming from the detail page. Like similarly, if we use Lightning component, we're gonna get the record ID based on the force colon has record ID. It's quite similar to it. And also we want to get the cases which are not yet closed. So I'm gonna just give the status not equal to, does not equal to, closed. Yes. So now we are getting all the case records. We are getting all the case records in this activity here. So next step is like we have to make a decision box. We have to make a decision box. Like if there are any cases exist or not. To check if the cases exist, then we have to proceed and show list of records to the user, or else we can just show a screen to them like there are no cases. So I'm gonna add a decision box, and I'll just name this as check if case records exist. And here I'm gonna uh, create an new outcome called as, I'll just name this as records exist. And here I'm gonna check if case from get records is null, is false, and just click on done. So here, if the record exists, if the record exists, I'm going to show another screen to display all the list of case records. And if there are no records exist, I'm just going to display a screen like uh, there are no records. That's the message I just want to display it. And here I'm going to do one thing. I'll just add a screen element here, and I'll just name this as no record exist message. And also I'm going to drag one display text screen component. I'll just name this as display no message. Just make this as display message. I'm gonna show this message like no records exist, and just click on done. So if there are any cases, it's gonna go through this loop, or I mean it's gonna execute this outcome. And if there is no, if the condition is not satisfied here, the default outcome will be executed and this screen will be shown. So we'll do one thing here. I'll just save this flow. I'll just save this as case flow, close case flow, and just click on save and click on debug here. So for debug, we have to pass the record ID. So I'm gonna just go back to my account record and just copy the record ID from the URL. And this is my account record ID, and just pass this and click on run. And you can see here, as of now, there are no records. That's the reason it's showing me no records exist. This error is showing because we have both the contacts, but both the contacts are in closed status. So I'll do one thing here. I'll just update the status to any other thing. Like I'll just update it to new. Similar thing with the other case as well. For this case also, I'll just update it to new and just click on save. And if I come back again, and if I run this flow again, I'll just pass the input and just click on run here. Okay, I'll do one thing here. I'll just rerun it here. Click on debug. Just give the record ID and click on run. Okay. Okay, now that means we are getting two records here. In the debug log, you can see successfully found records. So this outcome is executed now, and this outcome is missed, like this condition is satisfied. That's the reason this outcome is executed. Now we have to display all the list of records. To display list of records, I'm going to do one thing here. I'll just add another screen element. I'll just name this as select a case to close. And here I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to drag checkbox group. Just drag this checkbox group, and I'll just name this as select a case, and I'll just mark this as required. And here you can see under choices, I'm going to create a new resource called as record choice set. I'll just name this as case list, and S object is case. So here also I'm going to filter all the case records with the same conditions which we given in the get case records. So I'll do one thing. The condition is account ID is equal to the record ID, and other condition is case status not equal to closed. Case status does not equal to closed. Yes, and I'm going to do one thing here. So I just want to display the subject. I just want to display the subject in the front end. So that's the reason I'll just select subject here, and I'm going to store the value of ID of case ID. Yes, and just click on done, and just click on done. Now you can see here, if the record exists, this screen will be shown, and it will show me all the list of cases. And just click on save, and again we'll try to debug it. Just click on debug. Here I'm going to give some record ID, the account ID of this account. Just copy the record ID and paste it here, and just click on run. And you can see here my get you can see here I can able to show list of records with the checkbox. So these are the subject. So this is the subject of the case. And if I click on finish, and as we marked the field as required, that's the reason it's showing an error message like please select a choice. So I'm going to close this particular case. For example, if I select this and just click on finish, and you can see here choices selected at runtime. So that means only one case is selected. That value is this, and we are storing the case ID. So if you go again, I'll just select two records here. That means it includes in the runtime, it includes two record IDs which are selected. One is this and this. So now we have to get all the record IDs. We have to get all the record IDs which are selected by the user. So I just want to get all the record IDs which are selected by the user, so that I can update the particular record IDs. To do that, go back to your flow builder. So here I'm going to do one thing here. So the first step is I'm going to loop all the case records coming from the get case records. So I'm going to loop all the case records coming from the get case records. So for that, I'm going to use loop activity. So once this condition is satisfied, once I captured all the cases, I'm going to add a loop element here. So this is my loop. I'll just name this as iterate case records. And here I'm going to loop all the cases coming from the case records. So we are unable to see the collection variable here. So I think we missed one thing here. So if you go back to get case records here, and you can see we have to get all the records. We have to get all the records which satisfy this condition. So just check this all records and just click on done. Now just select loop again and give a name called as iterate cases. And here I'm going to select the collection variables. That means cases coming from the get case record. So I'm going to iterate this variable here from first item to last item. Yes, click on done. Now you can see here, first I'm getting all the cases and just showing a screen to allowing the user to select the cases, and the next step is I'm iterating all the case records. So our next step is like we have to capture. So we have to capture what we have to capture the case IDs which are selected by the user. If I selected this and just click on finish, I need to capture the ID of this selected item. So for that, we have used the loop activity and iterated the cases under an account. Now here, I'm going to do one thing here. So here I'm going to use a decision box, and I'm going to add check if case is selected. I'm going to do this, check if case is selected. And here the outcome name is case selected. And here I'm going to do one thing here. So you can see in the flow builder, if I click on finish, I think there is some problem here. We'll do one thing. Okay, so we'll do one thing here. So I created one decision box called as if to check if case is selected or not. So I'm going to do one thing here. here in screen component, select a case is the checkbox group which we dragged in the screen component. This holds the values of the case IDs. This holds the values of the case IDs in runtime. So just select this, and if select a case contains the current iteration, we are looping the records, right? If selected case contains the record ID which is in the current iteration. So here we have to select the current case ID. Yeah. So now the flow is happening here. So first we are getting all the cases under an account, and then we are allowing the user to display it in a list. And once the user selected it, it will automatically store the case IDs in in. So for example, I'll just save this and just debug it. Okay, I just saved the flow here. Just save this flow again and just click on debug. And here I'm going to pass the record ID here. I'll just copy this record ID of the account from the URL, and this is my account ID, and just click on run. And here it showed me list of cases here. Here I selected any of the cases and click on next, and you can see here, and you can see uh, the choices selected. So this is the case which has been selected by the user, and this is the case ID. We have to get all the case IDs to update the case. So that's the reason I've created a decision box and check if the case is selected or not. So here I'm just using a logic. If the selected case, which is a screen component, contains the value of the current item. So if this condition is satisfied, that means that case is selected by the user. So we have to capture that case. So here that means this case is selected in the current iteration. So now in this loop, I'm gonna add an assignment activity to update the current iteration item. So I'll just assign case status to close. I'll just assign the case status to close. And here I'm going to search for the current item loop dot status is equal to closed, and just click on done. So now if the case is selected, that means this condition is satisfied, and we are getting the case selected. We are getting the case which is been selected, and just changing the status to close. And again we have to add that case to a list of cases. So that means I'll just create a new resource here. I'll just name this as case update list, and it should allow multiple values, and the data type is record, and object name is case, and click on done. Yes. So now I'm going to use this case list, case update list, and I'll add this current iteration case to this case update list. So I'll just add another assignment activity, add to case update list, and here I'm gonna add my current item case to this. I'll just add 1 second. I'll just add current item case to this case update list. Just select case update list, and the operator is add, and just select this iterate the current item from the iterate cases. That's it, and click on done. Now you can see here okay, so basically what's happening here is, so if the case exists, I'm just looping the cases and just checking if the cases is being selected by the user or not based on the output from this screen. And if the user selected matches, that means this condition is satisfied. I'm just assigning the case status to close, and also just adding that case to case update list. This is my new resource called as case update list. So now we are all done. Now we have to do one thing again here. So the other thing is we have to update the case. We have to update the case here. We have to update the case here using case update list record collection variable. So now I'll just come back out from the loop. So once the loop is completed, so here the loop will be ended here, I guess. Yes, the loop will end here, and here I'm gonna check, and I'm gonna add another decision box to check if case update list is not null. I'll just name this as case update list is not null. This is my outcome, and here the condition is I'm gonna select the case update list is null is false and click on done. Now here, if case update list is not null, I'm gonna add a screen variable, not screen variable, it's gonna be update records. Sorry. So here I'm gonna update the case records. Yes, and here I'm gonna give my collection variables, which is nothing but the case update list, and click on done. Yes, now it's good. I think our flow is also ready here, and just click on save. And you can also show a fault message if there is any error in the update case records. You can just show a fault message, it will capture the automatically it will capture the exception and show it in the screen. We can do that as well. And now I'll just do one thing here. I'll just activate this flow. Yes. So now I'm gonna add this flow into my account detail page. So I'm gonna add this flow into my account detail page. To add the button in our account detail page, just go to Object Manager, click on Account, and here select Button Links and Actions, and just click on New Action. I'll just name this as the action type should be flow, and this is the flow which we created called as close case flow. I'll just name this as close case, and just click on Save. Now we have to add this button to our page layout. To add this button to our page layout, just click on this page layout section and just open your page layout. And in mobile and lightning action, just select this close case button which we created and drag it to Salesforce mobile and lightning experience action, and just click on save. And if you come back to account detail page and just refresh this page, you can see a button called as close case in the detail page. So this is the button which we created. On clicking of this button, it should able to show me all the cases under this account. So these are the cases under this account, and just click on this close case, and you can see these are the two cases. And I'll just select this one case and just click on next, and you can see here my one case. I think this is the case which we selected is moved to closed. And again, if I click again, click on this close case button, now it's showing me only one record. That means already one record is closed. So that's the reason it's showing only one record. So I'll just select this as well and just move to close status and click on next. And you can see here this case is also moved to close status. You can see the status is closed. And now all the cases under the record is all the cases under this record is closed. If I click on this close case button, now it's just showing me a message called as no record exists. So this is how we can show list of records with a selected checkbox in a screen flow. Thanks for watching.